There are some settings in Destiny 2 that you never want on, yet I see a lot of people playing with these awful settings. Many of these settings will straight up make you worse at Destiny. I thought I'd make this video to help you guys know what ones to turn off. Settings are often turned on by default, so you probably wouldn't notice if they were there. I'm also going to say that some of these settings are sometimes good for you, like colorblind mode, but if you're not colorblind, just turn them off. Without further ado, this is 5 Destiny settings that you need to turn off. Number 1, motion blur. This is the setting that basically smears your screen with this awful blur if there is any movement within the game. If you play Destiny, you know that there's a lot of movement all the time. It's like intentionally telling the game I barely want to see anything. Really important to turn this one off, especially when you're playing Crucible. You're moving around the map, but the motion blur will just block out the opponents and they'll just run up behind you and kill you. This setting can make objects look larger than they actually are because of the blur coming off of them. This next one, you can leave it on if you really want to, but I'd recommend turning it off if you really care about hitting your shots. This setting is controller vibration. Look, I understand that people like the emotion that it gives, but just turn it off because it will really improve your gameplay. Next up is VSync. This is a setting that's supposed to reduce screen tearing. Basically when half of your screen updates to a new frame but the other half doesn't. It looks really wacky and it's pretty understandable why you wouldn't want this to be happening. Sadly, if you have it on, it gives you input lag. In the game feels sluggish, especially in fast-paced PvP environments. It's essentially slowing down your graphics card to guarantee synchronized frames. Next, we have film grain. Basically, it's this fuzzy filter that gets added on top of your gameplay. This originates from defects in old films. When you zoom in, you can really see the added grain on the screen. Up next, we have depth of field. Put up your finger as far away from you as you want and only focus on that. Then look at everything behind and see it gets blurry. That's basically what this does, but it's just really annoying. This next setting is wind impulse. This makes everything react in your presence and in a really glitchy looking way. This is all on this. Make sure to like and subscribe.